What's up everyone, Mr. YouTube Gamer. Today we're playing Call of Duty Ghosts and we're playing Drop Zone on Freefall. And yes, this is a new gameplay. This isn't an old gameplay from years ago. People are still playing Drop Zone and this game is still alive, which is just incredible considering all the shit it got back in the day. And I remember back then people were also shitting on the Freefall map, and I thought that was actually one of the only good maps that the game came with, and people said Freefall sucked. I thought it was actually really good. It was a bit of a clusterfuck, but it was a nice break from the usual 3-lane maps that we get, which can kind of get a little bit repetitive. So I appreciated that we got something different, but for some reason people didn't like Freefall, and I have no idea why. But if you look at Call of Duty Ghosts in general, people hated on this game and were trashing on it. I think that game was really underappreciated, honestly. The gunplay was pretty solid, the hit detection was great, probably the best in the Call of Duty series next to Infinite Warfare. Say what you want about Infinity Ward, but their hit detection is amazing. Like, when I'm playing an Infinity Ward COD, to me the gunplay feels so much more responsive and consistent than Treyarch and Sledgehammer games. Now, this isn't to say that I think Infinity Ward is better than Treyarch. I think overall Treyarch is the best Call of Duty developer. If you put all their games next to all the Infinity Ward games, I would certainly rank Black Ops 2 far above Call of Duty Ghosts if I had to rank every Call of Duty game. So I'm not pretending that Call of Duty Ghosts is an amazing Call of Duty and it's the greatest Call of Duty and it's so it is kind of underrated, but people had legitimate grievances about the game back in the day, especially the maps. The maps were atrocious in Call of Duty Ghosts. And that's the thing about Infinity Ward. They don't know how to make good maps. I don't understand. And it's so weird because Infinite Warfare actually had some pretty decent maps, and then Modern Warfare came out with Piccadilly, Euphrates Bridge, Petrograd, and all these other shitty maps that are just terrible. And that's the big thing that killed Call of Duty Ghosts for so many people. The maps were just so bad that people didn't want to play it. And of course, Stonehaven was probably the worst because it would always end at a time limit. Always. You would never actually complete a full match of TDM without ending on a timer. It was just so bad. And then you had other ones like Stormfront, Siege, Chasm, Flooded. These maps were terrible. And sure, the game had a couple good maps, but there was a lot more bad than good. But despite all the bullshit that we had with Call of Duty Ghosts, I still view this game in a very positive light because it marked the end of an era for the Call of Duty series. It was the end of the golden age of Call of Duty, the 7th generation, Xbox 360, PS3 days. Sure, you had Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 on the 360 and PS3, but we're not going to talk about that. Because if you ever played Black Ops 3 on the PS3 or 360, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was just so awful. But the thing is, if you ask the Call of Duty community, when did we start seeing the downfall of the Call of Duty series, a lot of people are going to start pointing at Call of Duty Ghosts, but I think that's wrong, because I think it really started with Advanced Warfare. And not just because, oh, it was futuristic and futuristic Call of Duty is terrible. I actually liked Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare. Advanced Warfare, but I'm not even talking about the gameplay of Advanced Warfare. I think the single player was really good, and overall, Advanced Warfare wasn't a terrible game. But when you look at the shit that just killed the Call of Duty franchise, the skill-based matchmaking, the supply drops, all that bullshit, it started with Advanced Warfare. And of course, when I say killed the Call of Duty series, I don't mean the franchise is actually dead. You still have millions of people playing it, but those things killed it for me. The skill-based matchmaking is so frustrating, especially trying to find a match. It takes so long for no reason because instead of prioritizing connection, they prioritize KD and your skill level and try to put everyone the same skill level in the same match, and they don't care about connection. I can't tell you how many times I'm playing Advanced Warfare and I'm being paired up with people speaking Portuguese. They're in Brazil. That's thousands of miles away. And even the new Modern Warfare, which is supposedly the most played Call of Duty game in history, I can't tell you how many times I'm just sitting in a lobby waiting for a match, and I do have crossplay enabled, but I'm just sitting there and waiting for a match to start. And when it does start, most of the time I'm being put in a game that's already going on. It's so frustrating. And it's not a lack of players. People are definitely playing Modern Warfare. It's the skill-based matchmaking. Modern Warfare has the heaviest skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty history. And the worst thing is that Infinity Ward lies about it. They say, we don't have skill-based matchmaking. I don't understand why Infinity Ward lies so much to their players. They lie about the patch notes, they lie about everything, and it's kind of fucked up. I mean, it's just so annoying that I go back and play older Call of Duty games like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and even Call of Duty Ghosts, which is one of the most unpopular games in the franchise. I'm able to find a match right away, but in the newer Call of Duty games, I have to wait a lot of the time. And that's because skill-based matchmaking fucked up the matchmaking system in Call of Duty. Never mind the whole fact that skill-based matchmaking is making every match sweaty as fuck. It's like I'm playing an esports tournament every time I'm playing a match, and it's just so annoying. I just want to have fun. But with skill-based matchmaking, you have a lot less games where you're just stomping your opponents, because they try to level out the playing field and make it fair for everybody, and no, that's not Call of Duty. I mean, sure, back in Ghosts you had clan wars and stuff like that, but it wasn't like what we have right now, the skill-based matchmaking. Everyone's a sweaty fucking bitch. And don't get me started with the supply drops. I hate supply drops. I hate microtransactions and all that shit. I understand a free-to-play game having that stuff, but I'm paying $60. I'm paying full price for a game. And in a lot of cases, I'm also spending another $50 on the season passes. I guess we're not going to have season passes anymore, but still, like, I'm playing Black Ops 4, which I put $110 into, and I don't have access to a lot of the weapons because they're locked behind supply drops. And you could say, well, you can earn it legitimately. You don't have to spend any real money. You can just keep grinding reserve cases, but who the fuck has time for that? I mean, don't get me wrong, the reserve case system is kind of fair, but early on, I mean, it wasn't even like that. You didn't even have the weapon bribes. You just pretty much had to get lucky and hope you got a weapon that you wanted. It was fucked up. And yeah, Call of Duty Ghosts had microtransactions. You could buy certain camos and stuff, but it was like kind of what you could do in Black Ops 2. You can buy certain camos that you like, but you can choose what you want to buy. It's not behind an RNG fucking random lottery system where you might get what you want, but you might not. If you bought the DLC, you get the Ripper, you get the Maverick, because I know people were complaining about those really good weapons being locked behind DLC, which is fucked up, but it's a lot less fucked up than what we have right now, where you don't know if you're going to get the weapon you want to get. I mean, Modern Warfare is a lot more fair in that regard, but Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3, World War II, they were so unfair, which allows me to appreciate Ghosts a lot more today than I did back in its prime. And really, when you look back at Call of Duty Ghosts, you should be amazed that it was as good as it was, even though it wasn't great. Remember, they were making like 6 versions of the game: PS3, PS4, 360, Xbox One, PC, Wii U. Infinity Ward really had their hands full. And I worry with Call of Duty 2020, since it's probably also going to come out on PS4 and PS5, it might have a lot of the same problems as Call of Duty Ghosts, especially since we haven't even gotten a reveal yet. We're in the middle of June, we haven't even gotten a reveal. That's really scary. And I want you guys to check this out. I got the support helo because we're playing Drop Zone, I got the care package, and look at this shit. My support helo crashed the entire game and ended the lobby because the freefall map was collapsing while I was in a helicopter and the fucking game didn't know what the fuck to do, so it crashed. So yeah, Call of Duty Ghosts isn't perfect, but at least it didn't have all the bullshit that you have in modern Call of Duty games, so I can at least appreciate that. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I appreciate all the growth this channel's been getting lately. It means so much to me, and I've been having so much fun making these videos, and it's great to see it pay off. Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments about what we talked about today. I always love hearing from you guys, but that's about it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.